1, 2, 3, tuning into what's hot like a cup of tea. The Burp is live, it's time to feast with BLT Icon, bringing you the heat. Static on the dial and the crackle in the air, feeling like a rebel in the days wear and tear. The BLT Icon's pouring out the noise, tuning into the Burp with the glitch and poise. Let's go.
Thank you. You're all too kind. Thank you. And welcome everybody. Oh my goodness, you're all too kind. Knock it out. All right, well, we're here. We're having a special game show episode. I'm your host, Lucky. And today we have two contestants. Let's meet our contestants. We have Twest. Oh, T-West. Sorry about that there. Welcome to the game show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and drinking today, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lucky. As you know, my name is T-West, also known as Twest. I am 4'11", 444 pounds. I like long walks on the beach. Take that back. I don't walk much, as you can see. So, but I am also a trivia champion in my current life, and that's me.
All right. Well, what are we drinking today, Mr. T-West?
I'm watching my 440-pound figure with some Michelob Ultra. So
that's cute. All right. We have Bildo, the dildo, over here. Nice to meet you. What about you, and what are you drinking today?
Well, Bildo, not related to the dildo. I am drinking some seltzer water. I am trying to watch my figure. Summer is approaching here in Wisconsin. Got some water, and it's nice and sunny out. Is it sunny by you, Lucky? Or does it have a 3-second delay? Okay.
Yeah, where are you at,
It
homie?
is very nice here. We are having a horrible delay here, unfortunately. I think we have one too many buttons hooked up, and it is quite entertaining. And the crowd thinks so as well. Well, shut up, crowd. All right, let's get into it. Today, we are having a game show. The object is we are going to hold up a sign saying no or yes, whether we agree or disagree on something that will end up happening or could happen, or what if. The object is to have different answers. The person who has the different answer, of course, has 30 seconds to explain why they think this of that thing. Now, for example, this will be a test question. Do we think that Brett Favre will come out of retirement? We hold up yes or no. Obviously, the host is going to say no. Billy holds up blue. And TUS says yes, he will come back. I don't know what blue means, Bildo. So is that a yes or a no?
Blue is yes. Red is no. I do not care about you enough to draw on this.
Good to know. All right. Good to know. All right. So the fact that you guys said yes, you guys would have agreed with each other. That means it cancels out. Nobody gets to state their opinion as far as why they think he's going to come back. The object is for you two to disagree. You really want to disagree because you need those points. And trust me, you do not want to lose. All right. Well, let's dive into it. First question. Michael Vick could have come close. No, he couldn't. Does Vick take the Falcons or another team to the Super Bowl if he doesn't get caught up in the dogfighting scandal? Raise up your answer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nobody gets a
Yep.
point there, but we all agree that Michael Vick sucks. All right. That's
I
not good
will
for you
say-
guys.
I will say Michael Vick, as a pure talent, probably could have taken a team to the Super Bowl.
Probably, but you didn't answer that. So,
Just saying.
all right. Going on. Well, I'm just saying you just cost yourself a point there, sir. Let's go on to the next question, and maybe you'll answer
Am
a
I
little bit
negative
better.
1 or am I
All right.
0?
If Michael Jordan, you're at 0
Then how did I cost myself a point? I didn't have one.
because you both had the same answer.
Okay.
You cost yourself a point by not answering correctly. All right. If Michael Jordan doesn't retire the first or the second time, does Michael Jordan have more than 8 titles? And raise them up. What do we got for answers, folks? 3, 2, 1. Posing answers again for you two. I answered yeah, both of you. And you do not want the hosts to have points, guys. You do not want to have it. All right. So the host says 1. Both of you have 0. This is not looking good for you. On to question number 3 here. Does Barry Bonds have the all-time home run record without steroids? 3, 2, 1. Let's hold them up. Oh. Once again, you guys are answering the same. The host gets another point. I'm even holding mine up first so you can try to oppose something. You guys could try to cheat here to get yourselves points, but you are doing it incorrectly. All right.
We can't help
Remember,
that the
you guys
contestants
don't
know
want to
more
hold
than
up
the
the
host.
same thing. Oh, wow. Okay, well, just so you know, I'm not looking at what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just holding up random stuff. All right here. The object is to have an opposing answer. Is Brett Favre. If Brett Favre does not get traded from the Packers to the Packers, does he win a Super Bowl with the Falcons? Hold them up, guys. Hold them up.
You know what? I'm just so we can have a debate here. I'm sorry. Is your delay like costing?
Billy, you have an opposing answer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my delay is horrible on this end. All right. Billy, you have 30 seconds to say why he doesn't bring Atlanta a Super Bowl.
Love to. When does my timer start?
A few moments later.
Right now.
So, as great of a quarterback I think Favre is, the Falcons sucked ass during the majority of that time span, and the Packers winning the Super Bowl and going the following year was also credited to their defense and special teams. So now if the question was, if Brett Favre played his whole career with the Falcons, would he still show his wiener to a reporter? My answer might change to yes. Just kidding. But I love Brett Favre. Despite all the scandals, he is one of my all-time favorite players. I've been on the record saying that, and he was a staple of my childhood watching football. But no, he would not have.
And Jerry Glanville hated him and didn't want him on the team anyway.
Exactly. All right. I like that. Bildo, you get a point. All right. You know what? To make it interesting, I'll let you guys hold up yours first. I'll hold up mine last. All right. Just to even give you more of a fighting chance to score some points. Bildo, you're on the board with 1. Is Shohei Ohtani still better than Babe Ruth if he doesn't pitch anymore in the MLB?
Wait,
Hold
can
them
you
up,
say that one
guys. What do
again?
we
I
think?
heard,
What do we
static
think?
and nothing. Can you say that one again?
My apologies.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Is Shohei Ohtani still better than Babe Ruth if he doesn't pitch anymore in the MLB? Ooh, you know what?
Ooh.
Host says no. T. West, you have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let's hear you out.
Okay, let me know when I can start. It'll be after your 5-second
You can
delay.
go anytime. You can
Okay,
start.
so Shohei Ohtani will still be a better baseball player than Babe Ruth, even if he doesn't pitch. One, because Babe Ruth did not pitch his whole career. He only pitched the first couple seasons with the Boston Braves before being traded to New York. So they're right now already. Their pitching numbers are identical. And looking into the future, you have a more natural swing. And with Shohei, and we're in a world today, right, where I think pitches are coming in faster, and you're hitting the ball out with more exit velocity, easier to hit home runs, better contact with better today's mechanics. He's going to be a better baseball player than Babe Ruth.
All right. I do agree. Although he is 80 games short pitching wise, those numbers are identical. I am going to give you a point there, T. West. Well said. Well said. All right. Bildo and T. West are now tied up. On to the next one. Ooh, this is a favorite one. If Ricky Williams doesn't have his off-field problems, would he have been top 5 running back? Oh, we're all agreeing. Okay. On to the next one. And you know what? Sometimes you got to smoke some blunts. You got to do what you got to do, but he still had a 10K total for yards. Not bad at all.
Stay off the
All
reefer,
right.
kids.
Next question. Do the Cavaliers... What's that, sir?
I said stay off the reefer, kids.
Holy fuck, Luca.
Okay. All
Jesus
right.
criminy.
Nope. I did that pause on purpose.
Okay.
On purpose.
Okay.
Calm down. All right. Do the Cavs have more than one title if LeBron doesn't leave Cleveland? Hold them up.
We are.
Wow. What did the host say? The host said, ooh, T. West, we get to hear you out again. How does LeBron not have more than one? Timer starts when you start talking.
So the fact that LeBron got one in Cleveland with the roster that he had, guys like Timothy Mozgov and Delonte West, I think was on the team, right? Like that supporting cast, it was LeBron versus the Golden State Warriors. He was only going to run that once. It was it was meant to be, and the Warriors were in the middle of their run as well. That was not going to happen again, especially with if those two teams would have presumably gone back the next few years with each other. There was no way. There was too much tied up into the Cavaliers where LeBron would not have had the supporting cast. He didn't have his dream team, he didn't have his big three. So no, there's no way because yeah.
Let's pump the brakes on that 30 seconds there. All right. T.S. seems to have forgotten that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love both were there, and Love was going to have an expiring contract, but decided to re-up since this is his last chance to really make any money. So, had he stayed there beyond, could he have had one more? It is tough to say, but we're going to give you a point because he did have a shitastic surrounding cast. T. West, you got 2 points. Bildo, you got 1. All right. Next question. If Barry Sanders doesn't retire, does he break Walter Payton's record? Oof. Throw him up. Oh. He's a GOAT for a reason. Hey, had one of you guys disagreed, I would have loved to have heard that answer, but you still would have been wrong. So good job on that one, guys. All right. Now, this
Thanks,
one's
Dad.
a thinker. You guys. Does Kobe win more titles with the Hornets, the team that drafted him, than Jordan with the Blazers, who could have drafted Michael Jordan? Throw him up, guys. No, nobody thinks that Kobe would have had more titles than Jordan. I think we're all going to agree. Those Blazers had some decent teams put together there. in the early 90s and late 80s that they clad the Glide Drexler. Oof. I mean, oof. All right. That was a horrible, horrible question. This one, let's get close. Well, I mean, we're all answering the same thing. Maybe the host should have thought about these questions a little bit more. On to the next question. All right. Does Giannis finish his career with the Milwaukee Bucks? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. It's because the host is a bedwetter.
Just get a point. You should not just get a point.
I don't get a point for this one because I'm a bedwetter, and I think Giannis should stay. And he probably won't, especially in current times. Okay, on to the next one. Does Jordan win championships without Pippen? Ooh. Throw them up, guys. What do we got?
Wow. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, swerve.
He swerved it. So we all answer the same.
Right.
I think it's Jordan. It's Jordan. All right. This one's a special one for you guys. Just for you guys. Does Jordan Love win a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers? Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you. T. West, you almost had a chance there to go for a point. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I thought about it though, but
okay. We're just cruising right through this, guys. Right through this. On to the next question. Does Brett Favre win a Super Bowl with the Vikings if it weren't for Bountygate? Ooh. Okay. All right. I really was hoping for an opposing answer, but I think it's more or less we just didn't want him to see him win one. All right.
Probably.
Yep, probably is right. All right. Will we ever see the Milwaukee Brewers win a World Series? Oh, my goodness. Oh. T. West, you get a chance to answer again because we're all a bit salty about everything that's going on in Milwaukee. T. West, the timer starts when you start your debate.
All right, so here goes. The Brewers are going to win a World Series, and I tell you what, it's actually going to be sooner than later, and that is a hot take right now. Okay, with the amount of talent that we got coming up, especially the pitching, Jacob Mizorowski, Jesus Mate, possibly he is the number one prospect in baseball right now, and he's only in single A, right? Like this guy is 17, 18 years old out of the Dominican Republic. He is going to be he's going to be the next face of the franchise, and then you got a Jackson Trio, you got depth, so it's actually going to happen sooner than later. Freddie Peralta he's kicking it into another gear this year. We're going to extend him, and just the pitching and the depth that we have. Our farm system is top 3 or top 5 in the MLB. We're going to start bringing these guys up. World Series is coming sooner than later.
All right, well, Cattles are calling you in by mooing. Your 30 seconds is up. But I like it. The fact that you know who Jesus Mate is, I've been a huge fan ever since he got signed. Yes, he is 17 years old. He's in single A, crushing it.
Absolutely.
And, it's exciting to see where the Brewers are going to go. We're going to give you another point, T-West. You're dominating. Billy, you better figure this out real quick. We don't have too many questions left. You're down 3-1. Are you gonna come back from a 3-1? Pull this off?
I'm not LeBron.
Ooh, okay.
He did do that.
All right, let's get into the next one. Did Kobe have a better surrounding cast in his 09-010 championships than LeBron did in his 1-3 finals record with the Cavs from 2015 through 2018. Ooh, you say Kobe did? You say Kobe did. I'm going to go with no. Kobe didn't have shit other than a slumlord who did a whole bunch of drugs, Lamar Odom, over at some whorehouse,
Paul
ODing.
Gasol?
And he had Paul Gasol. That's all he had. He didn't
A
have
Hall of Famer?
Shaq. He didn't have anybody. Meanwhile, this joker over here at least had the big three with Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, a first-round draft pick from other than Duke. All right. This next one, Billy, I expect this one to go to you. I catered this question just for you. Let's get it out there. Would the Marlins win a World Series had they re-signed Alex Rodriguez in 99-2000 rather than let him go to the Texas Rangers?
The Marlins or the Mariners?
The Mariners.
Okay, I think you said Marlins.
Did I say Mariners? Mariners?
Mariners?
What do we
Ask
got
the question
here?
again, because I'm all goofed up now.
All right. Would the Mariners have won a World Series if they would have re-signed Alex Rodriguez in 99-2000? Ooh. You know what?
I'll try.
Just for
I'll do this
kicks and-
so Billy can talk to it.
I think, yep, let's hear Billy. I got to hear it, Billy. What do you got to say about this?
Well, yes. I mean, the question should be if they kept both Ken Griffey Jr. years prior and A-Rod. But yes, they would have. Look at what they did post Mariners. And as a Mariners fan, yes, they would have won. I don't need 30 seconds. That's what it is.
All right. You
Okay, you know what?
Bring up
Fuck
that.
it. I will. You had a stacked roster. You had like Edgar Martinez,
Yeah,
Abe
there you
Buhner.
go.
You had Randy Johnson.
Yes.
You had what was it?
Yep.
Tino Martiz. You had Jamie Moyer. You had a bunch of other people. It was a stacked roster. They should have won. Yes. Give me my points.
That's a goal there, Bildo. You got that one right. Way to go.
Holler.
All right. I like that one quite a bit. This next one, oof. Would the Bucks not have won the 21 title if the Suns drafted Luka Doncic #1 overall over DeAndre Ayton? Ooh. Could the Suns have beat the Bucks in 2021 had they drafted Luka Doncic? Ooh. Luka, you can't. That was the missing link. I think that was the missing link. Ooh. All right. Okay. Well, still 3-2. We are down to 3 last questions. All right. Billy, you still have a chance. We still have a chance. We'll rig this for you if we can. Does Colin Kaepernick win the 49ers a Super Bowl if everyone accepts his kneel down protest? Colin Kaepernick. Oh, Colin Kaepernick. I've been saying it wrong ever since he was drafted.
Jeez.
What are we thinking? Oh, you know what? We got to hear this guy. We just got to hear this guy one time.
Okay. So
Go ahead, T. West.
Colin Kaepernick would not have won the 49ers a Super Bowl, kneeling down or not. Okay. And reason being is that although he could run, he was not the purest of passers. And you give the opposing team in the Super Bowl 2 weeks to plan and put some sort of like a hawk on Colin Kaepernick, you're going to eliminate his running. Then you're going to force him to throw a ball. And I guarantee you, that was not 30 seconds. But anyway, as a pure passer, no.
I'm changing my answer. Nope. I'm changing my answer. Billy, let's hear your argument. Let's hear your argument.
Shit.
How would he have won a Super Bowl? I didn't like T. West at all. I'm changing the rules here. Let's hear what you have to say, Billy.
Well, Kaepernick got close a few times. I think the 49ers, would have ran it back. And at the time, there was no solution to stopping Kaepernick and running. I think he would have gotten one. I do agree with T. West that he wasn't really a pure passer, but he could run the ball like a mofo. And look at the Packers defense. They couldn't stop him, and they got far enough. I think they and Shanahan's a good coach too. So I think they would have figured it out, and they would have won a championship. And I hate the 49ers, so that pains me.
All right. Oof, it's a toss-up. I'm going to give you both a point because it's Colin Kaepernick. Everybody got points after he got out of the league. All right. 4-3. We're going to move on to the next one. Would Detroit have won more titles in the 2000s had they drafted Melo over Darko? Wow, you know what? I agree with you, T. West. Let's hear what this little Bildo has to say. Let's see if he can tie it up.
Well, just 1 point, really. Melo didn't win shit on any other teams he was on, so he probably wouldn't have won in Detroit. I think Melo, as good of a player as he is, I think he's just one of those players that just never wins a championship. You have so many of those in the league. You have your Allen Iversons, you have your whoever else. I only have 30 seconds, so I can't think of the name. But you have so many great players that never win a championship, and I do think, unfortunately, Carmelo Anthony falls in that same category. So no.
All right. So you don't know anything about the Pistons going back to back already.
You don't know
a couple
anything about
years
internet
after
speed.
Well, we're going to deduct a point from you there since you didn't know that the Pistons went back to back right after that. Oh my goodness!
Oh, Luke is
Just gotta get
reconnecting.
my dial-up going again there. Hold on,
Oh my god.
my AOL going, guys. Got my AOL going on.
Shout out to Sexy Chick for you all 6'9".
All right,
AOL.
we're on-
AOL.
all right. We are on to the last one.
Nervous for this.
Here's
one.
the last question. This is the secret question. Secret question. All right. This is
Twice in the
worth
shower
5
every day.
points if you get this right. Does Billy beat Luca Labor Day weekend in basketball? Yes or no? Yes or no? Secret question. Ooh, it looks like the host gets those 5 points and you both lose. Oh no. Oh no.
I need a good argument for you to get those 5 points.
Yes.
Because he's never beat Luca in
horseshit.
basketball ever.
It's
It's
horse
never
shit.
been recorded. Hey, I give credit where credit's due. So I admit to T. West beating me one time in basketball. One time, and if it really happened, I'd say it. I'll let it go. I can admit to one loss.
Well,
of a million.
history repeat itself.
But unfortunately for you, Bildo, unfortunately for you, oh, you got that wrong. All right.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
that is the end result. Hey, T. West, you are a winner, but at the same time, you are a loser because you were on my game show. Welcome to the Burp Game Show, where there are no winners, there's only losers. It's us couch GMs. When we don't get what we want every year, yet our team still makes the playoffs. When we complain about underthrown balls and overthrowing balls, but yet our team still makes the playoffs. When we think our team is going to win 3, 4, 5 championships, and then they go and trade the best player on the team to rebuild. This is our life, being a part of being a Wisconsin fan, and for that, we have a special surprise for everyone, and it will be coming in just a couple minutes here, guys. I'd like to thank you for being a part of this. You know what? I thought there's going to be more opposing views, but apparently it's pretty freaking obvious that Barry Sanders is going to break some records.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So let's go back into some of these questions. Let's talk about this a little bit. What do you think that Barry Sanders would have done, guys?
Well, had he played another 4 or 5 seasons at least, averages 1,500 yards a season, right? Like that's another 6,000 yards on what he already has. He would have pushed. Honestly, I think he would have pushed 20,000 yards by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Wow. Billy, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think the same thing. I mean, he was already so close to breaking that record, still at, maybe just slightly past the prime of his career, but I still think he had 2 to 3 good seasons left where he would have crushed that record. He probably had a few seasons left after that where maybe his playing time would have diminished a little bit, but still be on the field, still carrying the ball, still making an impact. And I think he would have just padded those numbers. I think he would have crushed that fucking record.
And honestly, too, I think he would have also had a 2,000-yard season and pushed Eric Dickerson's, season record because he was going to do that. So,
Not wrong at all. All right. What? Okay, this Giannis thing. Let's get that out there real quick. We really think he's gone? Think he's 1 foot out the door?
Honestly, he's already put his foot out the door with his latest "I'm open-minded to leaving." So, yeah.
If this was a week or two ago, I would have said no. But with recent events, yeah, I don't think he ends his career in Milwaukee. And even if he wants to, I think the Bucks are going to look at it as a business decision. I think they're going to remove the emotion. And let's face it, we love Giannis. Wisconsin loves Giannis. We'll always love Giannis. But like I said, it's going to be a business decision where they need to look at what's best for the organization, which is to rebuild and still build a winning culture long after Giannis is gone. So I don't want that to happen. But
I mean, to your point, Billy, our next first-round pick is in like 5 years. So you got all these old expiring contracts. Yeah, you're going to free up some space, but you don't have the draft capital to build through the draft. So you're going to need to get a couple first-round picks for Giannis. And honestly, I think this is the year where you'll probably see the Spurs, like we were talking about this earlier offline, where I think you're going to see the Spurs give up that number 2 pick in that lottery for Giannis because they got Wembanyama. Then they got the rookie of the year this last year, all lottery picks. This is our 3rd lottery pick in a year. You add Giannis to Wembanyama, and man, you got yourself something going there. So,
yeah, I mean, anywhere Giannis goes, they're gonna benefit throughout the no other, and they're gonna win a championship. Giannis is gonna get a championship or get damn there close. At least go to another finals with another team that's going to be completely loaded and catered to him. We just all hate to see Giannis leave. This other one, you guys kind of hit me a little hard on this one. Barry Bonds, how do you guys both think he breaks the record still? Without roids, he barely beat Hank Aaron's record by 7.
I said no, he wouldn't.
What are our thoughts on that? You said no?
Yeah, we both said no.
You both said no?
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes.
I don't think he would have broken the record. No. I think he was already in his 30s or late 30s or mid 30s or whatever is when he really became a home run terror and when he started blasting home runs. I think with, the argument is with the steroids and with the PEDs is that he wouldn't hit as many home runs, but the argument is, he would have because you still need hand-eye coordination and stuff. Oh, fuck. What's going on?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, on that note, let's have some victory shots, guys. Let's have some victory shots. Here we go. Congrats, guys, to both you guys winning and losing at the same time. On the count of 3, let's go ahead and
Hold
do our
on,
shots.
hold on.
One,
Before this,
two,
no.
Hold
Stop.
on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Okay, Luca, fix your fucking delay, first of all, okay? 2, all right, I'm going to quote a wise man here. First of all, fuck you, okay? 3, go ahead and count.
Can I drink it through my ass?
1,
Will it taste better?
2, 3. Cheers, you guys.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
You tell me. That was prepared by both your wives, showing how much they love you guys.
What's that?
Ukrainian vodka.
Oh, God.
Oh, grapefruit juice and vodka. Oh,
Ukrainian vodka. Whew.
There you go. There you go. Welcome to the Burp podcast show, game show. That was your victory and your loss at the same time.
were you just
What was
stalling about Barry
yours,
Bonds? Mine was grapefruit juice
Yep.
and vodka. 2 things I just do not. Ugh. Fuck you, Luca.
Yeah. I mean, legit, bro. Whew.
God.
In my defense, I thought you guys were being served Caesar dressing shots. So
Oh,
Yeah.
this may have been worse. What I just
You know, I don't know what's worse. That, and it was just straight up Ukrainian vodka. That shit's strong, right? Or I don't know if it's the dishwater shots at bowling. I have no idea.
yeah. Wrung out sack.
oh,
It is wrung out set.
So can I
That's-
finish my Barry Bonds point, or
Yes.
are you just stalling Luca?
go into it. Go into it. Yeah, go into it. I want to
All
hear
right.
it.
So he was already in his 30s, late 30s, whatever, when he started blasting home runs. And I will say, yes, you still need the skill of hand-eye coordination. But all those home runs could have been doubles. They could have been singles. They may have not been home runs. He still would have gotten a, on base or a base hit of some sort, made contact with the ball, but not necessarily home runs. And that was really my main point. And I also, and even earlier in his career, let's just look at how fucking beefy he got. He wasn't that huge. He wasn't really a home run hitter. I think in that argument, I think projections had him at like 200 home runs less. And let's also not, maybe his career would have ended a year or two early if he wasn't juiced.
I agree. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And then one last one. I got to know about. How do you guys not think that Luca beats the Bucks in 2021?
Okay, so still a member of the Suns. All right. Still has to share shots with Devin Booker and Chris Paul and whoever else was there. And I think the Bucks were just a buzzsaw at that time. You just weren't going to beat them. Giannis was in the prime of his career. He was that generational change the game player. You weren't going to beat him. And just wasn't that when Luka was eating a lot too? I don't know. I can say that because I'm fat. I eat
We
a
call
lot.
that bulking up. We call that bulking up, T West.
Oh, bulking! Look at my titties. They're so bulkingly big.
You know what? Doncic on the Suns, all this other stuff. Luca, shut up about the Suns.
Thank you.
We waited 50 years
Oh.
for this shit. Bucks won it.
Mm-hmm.
Would have still happened. I truly believe it was the Bucks' time. They got hot when it mattered, and it was our year to win, no matter what the variable was.
Yep.
It was the Bucks season, so no, that wouldn't have mattered. Doncic doesn't even have a ring. It's not like he's like some championship caliber. I mean, he is championship caliber, but it's not like he has the championship resume that he can boast. Now, if you're going to say LeBron on the Suns, then sure, but not Luka.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that is all for your host here tonight. That was all the questions I had and delays to get you guys some shots. Your wives are way nicer than what I was. So thank your wives very, very much because I legit thought you guys were having Caesar salad dressing as shots.
Gross.
Not my idea. It was thrown out there by your lovely wives, but they actually love you. So congrats to that, guys. I think you guys might actually make it, especially if you made it through those shots. Let's dive
This
into
was
a what to know. You guys haven't shared a whole lot lately. Let me dive on in with the what to know for myself here real quick. What to know? The Brewers aren't going to the playoffs this year, but you know who is going to go to a playoff game this year? I am. When the D-Bags, the Arizona D-Bags, make it to the playoffs, because their roster is looking a little bit better than the Brewers. So I just wanted to share that real quick. Found out I can get some tickets to go to any games I want. I'm pretty stoked about my new hookup. So I'm not saying I'm a D-Bags fan, but I don't know how I feel about the Brewers until Jesus Mate gets called up. T. West, what do you have to share with us? What's there to know?
The what to know. I would say one thing that you should know is never choose Luca's internet provider. I'm not gonna lie. I think this was the best thing where I could just watch him 5 seconds later, finally like, oh shit, yep, that's what that was happening. So Arizona, stay away. Right now I really have nothing. It's kind of that lull, right? Like where Milwaukee teams are out. Here you go. The Milwaukee Admirals, being a hometown team, they are still going deep in their playoffs. Let's go Admirals. Brewers, turn it around. It's not even halfway through the season. If we can make it to the All-Star break at 500, we'll make a push. So that's my what to know. Is that, you know what? Milwaukee, Wisconsin, homegrown teams, Green Bay, we're going to be okay. Go Mustangs.
Billy, what you got for us?
You know, that sounded like if you ever watched the Jamie Foxx show, that sounded like Braxton on the Jamie Foxx show. You go, okay. My what to know is previous episode. This is not sports related. Previous episodes, I talked about my motorcycle project I've been working on, that little bobber project I was doing. I finished it last weekend, and I took the bike out. Actually, a weekend or two ago, I finished it, and last weekend I took it out for a little spin. Turned out beautiful.
Send a pic. I'll post it.
Yeah, I'm very, not the word proud. That's too dramatic. But I'm very happy with the outcome of it. Very happy that it turned out the way that it did. It was definitely a fun little project, and now I have a cool little bike that I get to putt around town on, and yeah, it's pretty rad.
That's awesome.
Nice. I like that. I like the fact that we went from you not knowing what you're going to do with it, and then all of a sudden it's done. Just like that, it's done. You're just like, I figured it out and completed it. Just like, boom.
Yeah, it was a couple months.
I think that's pretty project. Cool. Yeah, definitely send photos.
I will.
Yeah. That's how I feel about that one. By the way, did you guys notice that the S on this? Like, let's go back to middle school with this? Come on, man.
Yeah,
it took me 5 tries to remember how to do this.
Nice touch.
Yep, that was good.
All right. Well, from Lucky, the host here on the Burp podcast, that's about all we got for today. That's about all the time we could waste of yours. And you know what? These guys got to drink some shots. I am proud to say that both these guys had some great things to say about sports, and some what ifs that we could have had that should have happened, or maybe we would have loved to have seen. So, from Lucky, Bildo, and T. West, we are out. Oh, and T. West, go ahead and tell them about the parents saying goodbye or hello. Or hello, goodbye.
Well, okay. You know, as well as I do, it's just a Midwest goodbye. Tell your parents we say hi.
Yeah, tune into the Burp. Let's get it. Let's get it.